So we're taking a little break from adventuring right now. I have pulled up here, taking a little bit of time to drink some water, get out of the sun. Thankfully there's some clouds right now, and answer some questions for one of my subscribers. I've cut this video before, but I didn't like it because you guys remember a while back I found a big clump of a conglomerate of different things, and it had all kinds of fossils exposed on the top, a lot of crinoids exposed on the top of it. And I did up this video with that being part of the process of the video, was whether I split it in half to see if there was anything inside, and there wasn't. I'm going to clean this lens here real quick. And there wasn't. So it was a little bit anticlimactic. I wasn't satisfied with the video, so I deleted it from my my library. So I'm going to redo this one for Cornerstone 403, a longtime subscriber and a good friend. Been with me for a long time, almost from the beginning. And Cornerstone celebrated a birthday, 69th birthday, the other day. Actually, a couple weeks ago, because of the gap in the videos and stuff. This is a very belated birthday gift for her. I asked if there was anything that Cornerstone would want to see in a video because of the birthday celebration. And I was sent a whole list of questions, so I'm going to answer those questions right now. So the first question is, how did you become a seeker of, here comes two cool words put together, historic debris? Now I think that's just a cool phrase, and I'm going to end up stealing it for sure. It's interesting. I had an uncle whose name was Larry Roop, and he was like Indiana Jones type. He would go out and we'd go hunting, and he'd come back with 2 pheasants, 3 rabbits, and a pocket full of arrowheads, and I was walking 50 yards away from him and never saw him do anything special. He just had a habit of and a knack for finding things. So I always thought that going to his house was like going to a museum. He just had all kinds of interesting things all over his residence. So he was a big influencer. Where did your first urge to search for these items come from? Again, it was from him. Just a love of history. I'm a history buff. Both history and a war history kind of guy. I know a lot about the Civil War and stuff like that, and I've studied all kinds of different conflicts, and just history in general just is very interesting to me. Anything, History Channel is one of my favorite channels, and anything at all having to do with history is a big magnet for me. So it's just like part of my makeup, part of my DNA. Have you searched other places, and for how long have you done this? I remember being a little kid, and there was a construction site behind my house, and they made a big pile of, dug out the foundation, made a big pile of dirt there. And I went over there every weekend after school, every day after school, and I dug through that dirt thinking I was going to find, missing link or gold chest or something, and I never found anything. But I do remember being influenced by looking for stuff from an early age, and part of it is I'm a hunter by heart and nature. I really love hunting deer, and I think that when you're out looking for relics and stuff, it's a continuation. It's an extension of that hunting. So yeah, I hunt a lot, and this is part of the hunting, I think, for me. And I've done this. Part of the question is, have you done this at other places? Yes, Maryland, Texas, Pennsylvania, Louisiana, Germany, Anywhere I go, I usually have my head on towards the ground and looking for things and paying attention to things. And fortunately, I have a strong sense of paying attention to detail. Finally, the last question is, was your education in anthropology? No, it was not. I'm only a high school graduate, and I was a C student at best. And I taught myself a lot of things out of school. I've always had a desire for knowledge. And I remember going through encyclopedias, those of you who know what an encyclopedia is, but going through encyclopedias, just reading article after article after article. I do have a military background, and I started off as an infantryman, but then went into military intelligence and became a military intelligence analyst. So I really appreciate that analytical frame of mind that I was enhanced by the military. I'm going to say that most of my education, these things, I Google the crap out of lots of stuff, and I've gone to libraries in the past, and I just, in the wintertime, I do a lot of research, do a lot of reading, and I'm constantly seeking knowledge, and I hope that I never lose that that desire. But there's my long-winded answer to Cornerstone's birthday questions. I hope you're not disappointed with the answers there, Cornerstone, or the rest of you. We're going to get back out on the river. We got about 2 more miles to go this fine day, and I just crossed one of my last 2 bridges I can go by. So I'm going further than what I intended, so I'm hoping it usually pays off, and I'm hoping it'll pay off again today. So, all right, as you can tell, I'm a little bit tired by my voice and stuff, but we're going to stay at it. All right, thanks again. Thanks for coming with me. Thanks for listening to this long stuff. Scouts out.